Well, I highlighted a few days ago at the weekend Lord Moylan, a Conservative peer in the House of Lords, who highlighted in the UK 2021 budget huge sums of money described as EU financial settlement still being given from the UK to the EU. And Nigel Farage now calling for these payments to be stopped. I'm going to bring you all the very latest in this video, guys, but please make sure, it's really important that you click subscribe and the bell so you don't miss my next video, and give this video a big thumbs up as well. I'd really appreciate it. Now, just to remind you, the EU, as it stands, are taking legal action against the UK. They haven't even ratified the deal. That's right, we're in March now, and the EU still haven't ratified the deal. They're playing silly buggers on that. And of course, we're being threatened with export bans. And as this all goes on, the UK is set to hand, between 2019 and 2026, 49 billion quid to the EU. Now, before I get on to what Nigel's had to say, here's just a quick clip of Lord Moylan speaking in the House of Lords about these figures.
A single line at the back of the Budget Red Book in Table C6, which shows the EU financial settlement, a single line there on that particular topic. And in addition to showing the £11 billion paid in 2019-20, the outgoing sums estimated for the ensuing 6 years add to a further £37.9 billion, much of it front-loaded to the next 3 years. These are net figures, and they do not include any gratuitous payments we might be making for voluntary participation in EU programmes. My Lords, these are huge sums, and they should not be brushed away. They make us the world's largest donor to the EU, and indeed make the EU the world's largest recipient of what is in effect foreign aid.
Now, Nigel Farage responding to this now by saying hidden figures in the small print of the budget show we are set to pay the EU a 20 billion quid financial settlement over the next 2 years. This is to an organisation that has taken legal actions against us, and when we voted to leave in 2016, it is an outrage and a disgrace. And just to give you these figures, I mean, they are eye-watering. EU financial settlement overall, 49 billion from 2019 to 2026. We've already given 2019 to 2020, 11 billion. 2020 to 2021 is going to be 10.4 billion. 2021 to 2022, 11 billion. 2022 to 2023, 9 billion. And then a further 8 billion over the next 3 years. And just look at the way that we're being treated by EU, as I said, taking legal action, export ban threats, and that still haven't even ratified, and indeed have postponed setting a date by which they're going to ratify the deal after the British government granted the EU an extension until the end of April. Nigel Farage speaking out on this now, that the UK government should not hand over that money to the EU. Here is what Nigel has had to say.
The EU, centralised, run by bureaucrats, has made a complete mess of it. They were months behind ordering necessary vaccines for Europe, and they can now see headlines in German, French and other newspapers saying, we're jealous of Britain. With Brexit, they're doing well and we're doing badly. And now they're starting to lash out. But not before President Macron and Angela Merkel decided to have a go at the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, both of them saying it wouldn't work in older people and it would be ineffective. And that in countries with quite big anti-vax populations that exist already. So where are we today? Well, after she threatened to reimpose a hard border in Northern Ireland, Ursula von der Leyen is now talking about two things. The first is she's telling us that they're going to stop any vaccine exports to the United Kingdom. They know that by doing that, it won't make a huge difference to the EU rollout. It might delay them, it might speed them up rather by a week or so, but it could put Britain back up to 2 months. Now, I don't actually believe that, because I think we've got the wit to find our way round it. But that's the first thing. You know, threatening to punish Brexit Britain for getting something right that they've got wrong. But the second thing is even more telling. 6 times I stood up in the European Parliament over the years. I did it when Barroso was in charge of the Commission, when Juncker was in charge of the Commission, and indeed when von der Leyen took over in charge of the Commission. And I said this was the new form of communism. And of course, everybody laughed. Oh, isn't it funny? Farage is off on one again. But what von der Leyen is now suggesting is that the EU may well take over the running and management of the factories. Now, anybody that has studied communist Marxism, even at GCSE, knows controlling the means of production is what communism is actually all about. They are showing their true colours. European solidarity is now for the birds. Countries breaking away, ordering their own vaccines directly, some going to Russia, some going to China. And I think this bodes very badly for the future of the European Union. But what about our relationship? So, would you believe that the withdrawal agreement that's been signed and put into British law, yes, I know, I was sceptical of it, but I didn't realise just how badly things would work out. Not only has it cut Northern Ireland off from the rest of the UK, not only is it a rotten deal for our fishermen, but we're still paying vast sums of money. Paying vast sums of money to an organisation that threatened to put a border back in Ireland, to an organisation that are taking a series of legal actions against us, to an organisation that has made exporting goods into the EU unnecessarily difficult, totally contrary to the spirit of the agreement, and an EU that still hasn't actually ratified the deal. They've been sitting on this now for the last 3 months. Despite all of it, we will pay them £10 billion this year and nearly £10 billion next year. And by the time from the referendum vote to us finally getting out of these financial obligations, we'll have paid them nearly £80 billion. I now cannot see why we should pay £10 billion this year to an organisation that is acting in bad faith, an organisation that is threatening to block legally acquired vaccines and kit for vaccines from that plant in the Netherlands. And I honestly think that the government should stop playing softly with the European Union. They are being absolutely brutish and nasty to us, and we just seem to lie down and take it every time. Let's now threaten them with this money. They're in breach of what we signed up and agreed to, and if they continue in this manner, we will stop giving them billions of pounds of British taxpayers' money. That strikes me as being a fit and reasonable thing to do, and I urge the government in their negotiations to tell the EU, which is struggling for cash anyway, start playing with a straight bat, or we're not going to send you any more money.
So there you go, guys. It just seems outrageous, doesn't it, really, that amidst all this action that's been taken against the UK by the EU, reiterate again, haven't even been bothered to ratify the deal. As we sit here in March, let me know what you make of this. Do you want to see Boris Johnson, the British government, Lord Frost, stop these payments to the EU? What do you think the British government should do? Do let me know in the comments below, guys. And as ever, if you found this report helpful and informative, please do give it a big thumbs up. And make sure you hit the join button down below if you want to become a supporter here on the channel. Would really appreciate that. And of course, guys, as ever, thanks so much for watching.